Hello one and all, and welcome to the first ever episode of Barong Badge Badge. So, before we begin, let's check we have all the necessary equipment. Greek god good looks, check. Flawless vocals, check. And the most important parts, a sprinkle of panic, a dabble of nihilism, check check. And a bucket of low self-esteem and self-loathing, and we are good to fucking go. Anxiety. Ugh. Just saying the word makes me feel uncomfortable. But what the fuck is it? If you have experienced this phenomenon before, well, when describing it, you probably use the word phenomenon. Because it seems like this vast, incomprehensible thing that you can't quite wrap your head around. It's confusing, exhausting, manipulating. It's a fucking phenomenon, bruh! Now, the truth of the matter is, I don't really have a concrete answer of what anxiety is. To be honest, I'm not really sure there is one. But I got a personal and very simple definition of this phenomenon, which I shall share. It often helps me in times of great difficulty. But before I declare my hypothesis, here's what the experts have got to say. Alright, so, simple Google definition of anxiety goes as a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. From the Latin anxietus. It's a fairly legit explanation, but to me comes across far too broad. Let's try another one. From the American Psychological Association, anxiety is an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worry thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. People with anxiety disorders usually have reoccurring intrusive thoughts or concerns. They may avoid certain situations out of worry. They may also have physical symptoms such as sweating and trembling, dizziness, or a rapid heartbeat. So this definition of anxiety goes into a bit more detail than the former. It describes the sense of anxiety, but goes on to specify what the disorder is like. Alright, now the final definition from the medical dictionary. Anxiety is a multi-system response to a perceived threat or danger. It reflects a combination of biochemical changes in the body, the patient's personal history and memory, and the social situation. Alright, now check this bit out. It is important to distinguish between anxiety as a feeling or experience and an anxiety disorder as a psychiatric diagnosis. A person may feel anxious without having an anxiety disorder. In addition, a person facing a clear and present danger or a realistic fear is usually not considered to be in a state of anxiety. Right, so again this definition sheds more light on anxiety. The scientific explanation highlights bodily changes as symptoms of anxiety and makes a clear distinction between anxiety and an anxiety disorder. It's demonstrating that there's more than just fear going on here. So all the definitions are absolutely right. They're all sound. Okay, so my little definition. And trust me, I would love to take credit for this idea, but it's just been nicked from countless articles, books, and just jumbled together with personal experience. Anxiety is the idea and feeling of being afraid and not being able to cope. That's it. Psychology degree in my ass. It's straightforward. At the heart of it, a thought/feeling triggers more thoughts and feelings till you're afraid and you think, fuck, can't deal with this. It's a feeling of wanting to run away, but you can't run away because you're trapped in your noggin. This is what distinguishes it from regular fear. And it fucking sucks, guys, believe me, I'm with you. You want to run away, escape, be free of whatever is causing the distress. But if you're unable to, and it's like the prison is getting smaller. Fuck, make this stop. Crap, this is horrible. I can't deal with this. I'll die. I'll go crazy. I can't deal with this. Sound familiar? But guess what, dickheads? You always do. Sorry about the dickheads thing, I just wanted to round the point home. You always manage to deal with the crisis at hand. You don't die, you don't go crazy. I always think I'll end up in a mental hospital sucking on my thumb in the corner. But I never do. And that's because of important life fact number 2. Anxiety is normal. Now don't get me wrong, it's unpleasant as hell when you have an anxiety disorder. It is vastly exaggerated or over the top. But it's a natural, drum roll, phenomenon. You may not believe me, for it feels monstrous. Feels like some sort of witchcraft. But if it's not natural, what is it? Supernatural? No! Now I'll do another video to explain why we have anxiety, but follow me on this train of thought for 1 second. It all adds up. It makes a nice, easy equation. If I'm afraid of something, I want to run away. This is what kept our hunter-gatherer ancestors alive from running away from a woolly rhino. And when you think about going down a dark alley twice, I'm afraid. Okay, that's fair. 1 out of 2. I can't deal with this. I must escape. Bam! 2 out of 2. Hello, saber-toothed tiger. Ah, goodbye, saber-toothed tiger. So as you can see, anxiety actually helps us in this situation. I mean, now I think about it, animals get anxious all the time. In fact, to some degree, we all have it. From this cute fucking squirrel to your manly army commander. Now I'm getting carried away. Obviously, many of these examples don't have anxiety, which interferes in their daily life. So when we refer to anxiety, in general, I think we mean above or high levels of anxiety or an anxiety disorder. You see, the problem isn't anxiety itself. No. It's our reaction to anxiety, which is the problem. So if I get anxious about a thought or a feeling, fuck, what was I thinking? Shit, why is my skin crawling? I want to escape it. But I can't, because it's not a saber-toothed tiger I'm running away from. It's my mind. Let that settle in for a second. It's this struggle which torments and leaves you scared and exhausted. Alright, now let's recap. Anxiety is fear and the feeling you can't cope. But you always do. In fact, anxiety is normal and everyone has it. Now guys, I have this shit on a daily basis, so I'm not trying to downplay it. Your pain is real and it sucks. But despite all the suckiness, it's still natural and important that you can get anxious. You're no freak. And why I like this little recap is that it helps me. Sometimes just reminding myself of the basics does help me get some perspective. Make them into a mantra if they help you. And if you get a better mantra, give it to me. But if you could only remember one of these statements, I would suggest you always do. Because you always do, right? As I speak to you right now, you've overcome anxiety every single time. It may be difficult, I'm not denying you that, but the truth speaks for itself. You are here, alive and kicking. In a way, you're like Bear Grylls. No, Jason Bourne. No, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant. But of the mind. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you liked the episode. I'm new to this gig, so any feedback would be absolutely wicked. Please comment below. If you liked it, go follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and if you loved it, please share, like and subscribe. Peace!